Tomorrow is March 14th, Pie Day, and what better way to celebrate than by baking a rustic Belgian apple pie, the Breugelvlaai. This apple pie is named after the 16th century Flemish painter Pieter Bruegel. Bruegel was famous for his vibrant scenes of peasant life and grand feasts. And this pie, with its chunky filling and crunchy crust, perfectly captures that spirit. I'm preparing this as a Limburgse vlaai. As I have mentioned in my Breugelvlaai vlaai video, this is a regional specialty protected by a PGI status. That means a real Limburgse vlaai can only be made by bakers in the Belgian or Dutch provinces of Limburg. The rules are strict. It must be a yeast dough, the filling and finish must be baked together with the base, and adding any decorations after baking is forbidden. I start with the heart of the pie, 800 grams of chunky applesauce. I place this into a fine mesh sieve to drain any excess liquid. A crucial step: if I don't drain the applesauce, the bottom of my pie will end up soggy. For the dough, I start by weighing out 10 grams of sugar and 90 grams of water. I warm this in the microwave until it's lukewarm and then dissolve 5 grams of dried yeast. In a separate bowl, I have 250 grams of flour mixed with 5 grams of salt. I add my yeast mixture to the flour with 1 whole egg and start stirring it with a spoon until it's too thick to move. When this happens, I move it to my workbench and start kneading until the dough starts to come together. Once this happens, I incorporate 50 grams of room temperature butter. Fair warning, the moment that butter hits, your dough will turn into a very sticky mess. You might think it's failed, but don't panic. Just keep kneading intensely for about 10 minutes. The flour needs that time to fully absorb all that butter. Once it's smooth, round it off and let it rest for 15 minutes. While the dough is resting, let's continue with the filling. I transfer the drained applesauce to a bowl and mix in 100 grams of raisins and some cinnamon to taste. The raisins will also help soak up any leftover moisture from the apples during the bake. After the first rest, I give the dough a quick knead and let it sit again for another 15 minutes. To get that crunchy top, I'm mixing 1 egg white with 50 grams of powdered sugar and 250 grams of almond flakes. For assembly, I butter my pie tin and roll out my dough. When fitting the dough into my pie tin, it's always important to relieve any tension in the dough before pressing it into the rim and removing any excess. If you try to stretch the dough into place, it will only shrink back. On the bottom, I'm smearing a thin layer of apricot jam. On top goes my apple mixture. As last, I will crown it with the almond flakes. This goes into the oven at 220°C 430°F for about 20 minutes. Once it's done, I pull it out and let it cool for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I remove the pie tin and let it cool further on a cooling rack. According to the official rules, I'm absolutely not allowed to do this next part, but I'm going to lightly dust it with powdered sugar. If you don't tell, I won't tell. You can enjoy this just as it is, or serve it warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Enjoy!